Hello everyone, I am Akash Nimani and I'm going to speak to you on Google Remarketing. So have you ever wondered that, let's say you go to a website and you're browsing around the site, for example in Ola Cab's website, and then you close the web page, you go on the web, you're looking through blogs, and you keep seeing ads of that particular website which you visited again and again wherever you go. Well, that's what Google Remarketing is all about. Google Remarketing is a way for you to capture the people who visit your site and then keep showing them ads about your product or based on the web pages they visited. So you kind of get the audience to see your ads every time by bidding more in terms of maybe you want to bid more dollar value as compared to your rest of your ads, because these customers have come to your site. So it means that they are important to you. They did spend some time on your website, so they might definitely be looking at, if you're an e-commerce store, buying your product, or if you're a ticketing website searching for tickets, etc. So how does this work? It's a very simple way of doing this under Google. So it's a part of Google AdWords. So we would go to adwords.google.com and log into your account. I'm already logged in my account, so it'll just sign me in directly. So for you to basically run a remarketing campaign, one of the important things is that for your campaign, when you go to your campaign under settings, let's let this load. So if you look at the settings, it should be a display. It should be a display network ad. You can change it anytime. It should either be a display network only or a search and display network. It should not be a search network only ad. Then remarketing does not work. So let's say for this particular ad, let me just cancel this. Alright, so once we got it cancelled, okay. So let's say we want to create a list. So the first thing you do is you want a list of people who have visited your site so that you can show them the ad. So Google calls it as a remarketing list. So we should go to shared library. So under shared library, click on audiences. Here we create a new audience. A new audience is more like a new list which you create, a new remarketing list. Click on new audience and then click on remarketing list. So if you've already tagged your website, then you would just do this. But since we're doing it for the first time, you would click on define a list of site visitors by placing a new tag on your website and click on new tag. So how this particular thing works is Google would give you a tag. It's more like a JavaScript which you need to place on your website. It's better you place it on all the pages of your website. So let's say me as a visitor visits a particular page on your website, let's say your features page, then the script which you put it on your site would create a cookie on my computer. It will be saved on my browser, and whenever I go to a new blog, Google recognizes that cookie, that okay, this person has been tagged, and based on your bid value, if there are no other bidders crossing your bid value or are par with your bid value, your ads would be shown. So the number of days this particular cookie that stays on your computer is defined by the membership duration. 30 days is a good amount of time. It's the default. It's better you keep it at 30 days. Now we need to name it. So let's name it as help learn website list and then save this. So now if you see the helplearn website list, you click on the tag, it will show you the JavaScript tag which you need to paste on all the pages of your website. So it's better you paste it right before the closing of the body tag. So once you've done that, now we need to create, let's say you want to create ads to show different ads based on the pages a person visits. So that's how you do it, by creating a new list. Now you use the first option of define a list of site visitors based on the selection below. So it's based on the URL, the kind of pages the person goes to. So you can filter it based on different types. Let's say the URL contains a particular word, or the URL equals it's exactly this, or starts with, ends with. You have a lot of different options. So for example, let's say buy. So if the person is on the shopping cart page, so and your shopping cart page says helplearn.asia.com/buy or buy us, so it matches the word buy, it contains the word buy. So the particular if so this particular list would only add people who visit the pages which have the word buy on their URL. Now I give it the name as let's say visited by page. And now the option is to include past visitors or start with the empty list. So the way to include past visitors is basically Google itself sets some cookies on the person's website, so it would start populating the list, or you can start with an empty list. But it's good you start with a predefined list, so Google would actually add it to your list. Now we've created a tag where we are basically tagging everyone who comes to the website, and we've filtered them based on the URL type. So we would need a combination of these two to show ads for people who are coming to your buy page. So you click on custom combinations. So people visiting buy page. So you would choose an and option. First audience you would select under remarketing list is helplearn website list, and people under remarketing list who've visited the buy page. Click OK and you save this. So now your custom combination has been created, that people who are in the list of all the pages visited on your site, which is helplearn website list, and people who just visited the buy page. Now that we've created our list, Google will slowly populate it. So now what you've got to do is basically go to your ad group and link that particular ad group to this list, so that those ads would be shown to people in this particular list. So you go to all online campaigns. Let's say I pick up the digital marketing campaign. So let me just show it to you from the start. Since I had already I was testing that out, it just showed that particular page. So let's do this again. So click on digital marketing, and you would see the display network tag. We go on the display network tag and then click on interest and remarketing. So once you're on this page, you'd see that this is empty because till now we haven't associated this particular ad group with our remarketing list. So you click on change display targeting. And you go to interest and remarketing, click on, you can, if you haven't created a custom list, if you haven't created a custom combination like we did for people who visited the buy page and who are tagged on the website, you can actually do it either from the remarketing list, for example, the helplearn website list. So all the people who visited the helplearn website. But since we want to target only people on the buy page, you would go to your custom combinations which we just created, which is people visiting the buy page, add this and just click on save. And as you see, this particular remarketing combination has been added to this particular ad group, and now whoever visits your buy page there'll be a higher probability of that person seeing your ads which is in this particular ad group. And if you want, you can also adjust the bid price here. This can be different from your default bid price. It can be higher than that, because since you know that these people have visited your website, they're interested, so you might as well want to shell out a bit more to show your ads to them at different places on different websites. So this is it. It's pretty easy. First, you go create a remarketing list, get the tag, paste it on your website, and then associate that particular remarketing list or a custom combination to the ad group, and you're ready to go.